So what is Jason Kander up to now?
So I'm the president of Let America Vote, which I founded back in February. The reason I'm here this morning, in a separate capacity, I'm the chair of the DNC's Commission to Protect American Democracy from the Trump administration, which was created sort of as a counterweight to the Trump, I think they call it the Election Integrity Commission. I refer to it as the Voter Suppression Committee to reelect the president.
It's terrifying.
This is the one
that is a
led,
terrifying move that they're making.
Mm-hmm.
right? The one led by the
Kobach, Secretary Kobach from
Secretary
Kansas.
from Kansas.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what are they doing, and what is your commission?
So they have a meeting this morning, and so we're meeting and we're doing a press conference to kind of point out what we see as what they're really doing. But what the whole purpose of this commission, like it started as, like I'm talking about the president's one.
All right, I was just going to say, let's distinguish. Yes, okay.
I appreciate it. So it started as a commission to try and justify what I argue is the biggest lie that a sitting president has ever told, which was that 3 to 5 million illegal voters voted in the election. And now it has grown into an attempt to suppress the vote. I mean, they're going to issue a report or whatever they're going to do, and it's going to do one of two things. It's either going to falsely claim that there is an epidemic, widespread, of voter fraud in this country, or it's going to falsely claim that there is the potential for an epidemic of widespread voter fraud in this country. And the reason they're doing that is the same reason that Paul Ryan, Mitch McConnell, all the Republican leaders who are elected didn't stand up when the president started telling this lie and say, that's not actually true. Because if you can get out into the conventional wisdom, out into the ether, the idea that there's widespread fraud, it gets a whole lot easier to pass laws that make it harder to vote. And that right there is the core of the Trump reelection strategy.
And they've been, look, in 1993, from 1993 to 1996, I was Democratic state chair of California. Mm-hmm. Okay. But even decades beyond that, earlier than that, they've been talking about voter fraud, and they've never come up with any evidence of it.
This is not a policy difference between the parties anymore at all. Hasn't been for a while. This is a political strategy by the Republicans. It is no different than where they run their TV ads or who they send mail to or which doors they knock on. It is a strategy that says, rather than reach out to minorities, to women, to the disabled, to low-income folks, rather than craft policies that include them, we're just going to exclude them from the election process. We're just going to make it so that they can't vote.
Do everything we can to make it more difficult for them to vote.
It's just a political strategy to win elections. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's un-American.
They do it through redistricting, and they do it through cutting back on early voting or same-day voting and all of that.
Photo ID, purging the rolls.
All again based on the fraudulent claim that there is massive voter fraud.
Right. You are more likely, statistically, to be struck by lightning as an American than you are to commit voter impersonation fraud, which is the only kind of fraud that a photo ID requirement could even claim to prevent. In fact, in Missouri, where I was Secretary of State, I was chief election official, we have never had a reported case of voter impersonation fraud in the state of Missouri.
Not one.
Not one.
Yeah.